Ryan, when I think about Star Wars, I think about one thing.
Dancing.
Yeah, dancing. Hanging
It's
out
time
on,
to
hanging out on your
dance.
spaceship and dancing.
Are you on your spaceship right now?
This is my ship.
Your ship looks real evil.
Well, yeah.
I like that even your ship has Imperial banners in it. This is Star Wars The Old Republic.
It is.
The freshly released and launched
Dancing simulator.
dancing simulator from the fine folks at BioWare, the leaders in dance simulation.
Yeah.
Fuck what you heard about harmonics.
This is where the dancing lies.
This is where the real action is. So, you know, it's an MMO, and MMOs are friggin' huge. So I'm not even sure where we really want to start here, Jeff.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's you know, I we start with some of the things that are, you know, not in a lot of other MMOs or kind of done a little differently. Mm-hmm. You know,
because there's
start the important stuff, crafting.
There are a lot of fundamentals here about kind of the way combat works and classes work that are predictable or at least familiar.
Yeah.
In certain ways. So you have, first off, you have companions.
Yeah.
I only have one companion right now.
And you can have one companion rolling around with you through the world, which is useful if you want to play solo. You get someone else to kind of fight alongside you as an AI thing. But then you eventually get multiple dudes, and you can send them out on crafting missions. So rather than running around the world and picking up things, which you can still do.
For certain skills.
For certain skills, yeah. You can also send them out on missions here, and basically you spend a little money, and then that companion is out of action for a little bit of time while they're off getting stuff. So why don't we send her out? She has a +5 treasure hunting critical, so treasure hunting.
What are you getting out of treasure hunting?
For my crafting skill, the useful thing is gemstones.
Okay, so you're getting you're getting gemstones from treasure hunting, which you're then turning into
which
artifice.
I'm using artifice to craft enhancements and mods for lightsabers and armor and stuff.
Because you're a lightsaber man.
I am. I'm an evil lightsaber man.
Okay.
With 2 lightsabers.
I can tell because one of them is yellow.
I just made that one yellow. They were both red before, but I put a different crystal in it to make it yellow.
I don't like it.
Well, it needed to be that way because it is +6 to crit.
Okay.
On the yellow, so.
Hey, no, I'm all for functionality here.
Yeah. But it was they were both red before, which was kind of cool in its own way, I guess.
Sure.
So let's send send her out for some lock boxes.
Yeah. So you're at level 23 here, which explains why you have a ship and 3 companions. So you can only have one of these companions active with you in the world at a time.
But then you can send the other 2 out on crafting missions just from that window at any point. Actually, we're gonna.
Crap! I haven't seen any of this stuff either.
So this is how I travel between planets now. There's some stuff early game where you don't have to do that. And while we're out here in space, we can do space stuff.
Let's do some space shit.
The Nesperance, wait, we already did that. Cartel.
Are these all repeatable
stations? Yeah, they're dailies.
Okay.
Operation Silent. This is one of the early ones, but it's
an easy one.
We'll take it as a mission and just go do it. They're all easy ones. So this is gonna be space combat here.
Whoa.
No, that's looking for this one, that one. So your space combat scenarios are just on the map as if they were planets, but that's all. This is also a way to travel to planets. So I'm gonna be escorting a shuttle, escort mission right out of the gate.
And before you have access to your own ship, you're just like hitching a ride on space buses, basically.
Yeah. So I move the mouse around, and then my ship kind of lamely follows the mouse cursor, which is used to kind of dodge, things. So I need to protect this shuttle, which just means
shoot that one.
Which just means shoot everything.
Shoot that stuff, though. Shoot everything that has a target on it, basically.
Yeah. Shoot everything that. Well, no, not a lot of stuff. Only the stuff on capital ships have targets.
Okay.
So.
Uh-oh.
I can hit the space
Look out
bar.
for those not X-Wings.
I can hit the space bar to do a barrel roll. That's... Whoa.
Oh, God.
I can hit the right mouse cursor to paint some targets and fire up to 4 missiles at a time at them, which is kind of a Panzer Dragoon-y sort of thing. But generally speaking, this feels like Rebel Assault with less FMV.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem complicated, but at least it looks okay.
Yeah, it looks all right. And there are different environments for these missions. There's asteroid fields and stuff like that. Like they do manage to look pretty nice, except for the ship itself flying around. Just looks crappy.
You don't like it?
No, look at it. Wow, 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 just jerking around like that.
I don't know. I kind of feel like I don't know. That doesn't seem out of character for the ship. I'm not sure how the ship would move.
I would think it would be sleeker and kind of cool. I mean, look at how all the other ships move. No one's going wah, 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 like this.
Well, they're certainly not making that noise.
They should be. That is a canonical Star Wars noise.
You always want the MMOs to do the action stuff better.
Especially when it's like a solo thing that has no server-side reason for not being better. Instead, it's like sort of like, why are these weird, like barely minigame things even in here? It seems kind of dumb. I think this stuff is like an interesting idea that feels totally out of place with the rest of the game.
It seems like my impression of this stuff is, we need to have some space shit in this game. If we don't have any space shit in this game, people are going to be pissed.
Are they? I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like coming up with a bunch of bad space shit doesn't really help anybody.
Hey, it lets you tick off the space shit button. And honestly, like, PvP space battles would probably be mad tedious.
Yeah. I mean, well, I guess if it played like this, then yeah, that would be horrible. Because these are all just on rails shooting galleries. I mean, I think if you're gonna do space shit, you have to dedicate yourself to doing it properly, and then at that point, you're kind of making a new Wing Commander-y kind of game inside your MMO, which is kind of a lot to ask.
Yeah.
So, but I think if you're not going to go to those lengths, don't go.
I don't know. I think this serves a purpose.
Having a ship and then being able to stand around on the ship and then looking through the window of the ship as it jumps to light speed as you travel from planet to planet, that seems like enough to me. So that's the end of that mission.
Woohoo!
And we'll get some,
and also
some
the
XP and some fleet accommodations.
Also, that stuff is mad optional.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's not part of your class story or anything like that.
Can we see some of your class story?
Yeah. Oh, and she's back with the lockbox that we spoke about earlier. Let's see what's in it. 133 credits.
Bwomp bwomp.
Which it's never as much as you spend to go get it, but you often level your skill in that crafting skill. So,
how active are you with your companions?
Not at all.
Okay.
I tell them they run alongside me and do their thing. This guy is a healer and a ranged guy. I just recently got him, and he's been pretty useful.
Do you ever give him stuff?
Yeah, I do occasionally equip them with stuff.
I give my girl stuff all the time.
Yeah, she's telling me about all the stuff you've given her.
Yeah.
I gotta go get shots for that stuff. So now we will travel to
Nar Shaddaa.
We'll travel to Nar Shaddaa, which is where my story has taken me. This is, how many hours is this? Oh yeah, why don't we turn and we can see. It's 1 day, 13 hours that I've played so far with this dude.
That's some time.
Yeah.
So you are a Sith warrior.
Yeah, and then at level 10, you diverge in one of two directions for your advanced class, and I've gone Sith Marauder.
So what's the
difference is
the split there?
Is that the split is between Sith Marauder and whatever the other one is, and the other one is a one lightsaber class that can wear heavy armor and is a bit more defensive, so it can be functional as a tank.
Yeah.
Whereas this is more strictly DPS focused, medium armor, and 2 lightsabers.
So you can do 2 lightsabers, but you can't do a double-ended lightsaber?
No, that is a separate thing.
Oh, okay.
I believe the other there are two magic using classes per faction. So there are 2 Sith classes that split, then split into 4 advanced classes. and the other one is more magic usery, more like lightning hands, casting, and that sort of force power. And I think that's the one that gets the double-bladed saber.
Got it. How do you like your character story so far?
It's pretty good. You know, it kind of gets its cutscene on, and I have killed a lot of dudes, and I report to a Darth.
I just had my first Darth conversation last night.
Darth Conversation is an okay guy.
He's deadly.
Yeah.
Treacherous.
So you see these, you can turn these off, but you see these barriers throughout the world a lot.
You see green ones, red ones, yellow ones,
This means you're either entering or exiting. You can tell up here that I'm currently in one. A story instance. So now that we're out, you see it says Sith Warrior phase. By default, you can only have one Sith Warrior per phase. There's a checkbox. You can disable that too if you happen to be rolling with multiple dudes of the same class.
But it will only allow same class dudes. I have that checked off on mine.
Yeah.
Just to let more dudes roll around if that situation arises.
Right. And then there are also just group phases where anyone can enter, but basically you're walking into separate instances. Every Sith Warrior's ship is through this exact hangar, so you know everyone walks through here, and then they disappear when they walk through the green thing because they're running off into their own instance. Go to the spaceport.
It seems like the game is really phased and instanced to hell, but like when you get to walk into your own hangar like that, and it's just this huge space, and your ship's just sitting in the middle of it.
Yeah,
like, that's pretty cool.
It is. Yeah,
it looks slick. Like I feel like that's one of the really good uses of that style.
So let's look at our currently tracked quests. They're all kind of in the same area out here. So we'll walk out to the taxi and fly somewhere. Oops. Oh, hitting the wrong buttons all over the place.
Hey.
Oh, what? Ah,
That's it.
Oh, did it. This is kind of the gambling planet. There are huts here.
Wherever there's crime, there are huts.
Yeah, there's mad crime here. I had to kill a bunch of slicers earlier.
Like hackers?
You can tell there's crime because it's the big city. It's the Fifth Element city. It's Pioneer 2 from Phantasy Star Online or something, but not quite.
The thing that I have noticed in this game aesthetically is holographic displays.
Yeah, there are holographic trees in this area.
Yeah, you get some of those on like the Imperial ship.
All right, so here's our Griffin, and we can fly somewhere for this.
So you haven't even been out here yet.
This is the current area I've been to.
Yeah.
I kind of went around this area and did some questing, and then it was real late, so I went to bed.
I like that they will give you fast travel to places you haven't been before.
Yeah, they don't always do that. You know, kind of depends.
Yeah.
But disrupt negotiations. This is the.
I'm grateful when they do.
Some of these aren't okay. That's over here. So I go over here and do some of these non-story quests that I've got. But I think my story quest is going to be this. Well, we should probably look. Yeah, disrupt negotiations is my class quest, so we'll get out there and do that because it's more likely to have some cutscenes. And now we fly. And zoom out a little bit if I choose.
I'm gonna look around some. I haven't been to this planet before. This looks pretty cool.
That guy's got some sort of
got space clarinets.
Sonic didgeridoo.
Oh gosh. Yep, holographic trees.
Somewhere, wipeout races are happening over here in this area here.
That's a nice dream.
The Wipeout MMO.
No, it's all in the same place.
Yeah.
It's somewhere someone is thinking about Wipeout. Oh.
It sounded like the speeder was just going to die.
I know, like, are we gonna eat it here? What's going on?
I don't know.
This doesn't seem great.
That would be an interesting twist.
Okay, well in this case, it seems like that makes the auto travel makes sense because I don't know that you'd be able to get here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That definitely is the case. That seems like the case on this planet specifically.
Yeah.
And I haven't been here yet, so I'll unlock the bind point. Rather than binding to a location and only warping back to that one, your 30-minute fast travel thing just lets you go to any bind point in that area that you've been to.
Yeah.
So that's cool. All right, where are we going?
Through all that stuff and
we go to that data pad and pick up a mission, and we got to work our way through here to get to there.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta... My dude... Sometimes the dude is not persistent, and sometimes after you fast travel, he won't be there, or that seems a little strange. So you can set him to passive, and he'll just follow you around, and that's if you want to run away from a battle, you gotta hit that. You can also just set him to active, which means he'll attack dudes. Also, his individual skills, as he gets, you can kind of pop the bar up and right-click on these to check whether he uses them or not. So if there are skills that you think suck, for whatever reason, you can just, you know, make him never use those.
And do you just kind of have everything?
I just have everything checked, and it has not been a problem.
Let him do what he wants. Oh, God, what are you doing?
I don't have time for crap like that. And my guy's a healer, so he'll heal me up.
Elevators are kind of weird. In this.
Yeah, the constant, like, they just kind of move up and down on their own because there's so many players maybe using them at a time that they can't afford to have them move as soon as you stand on them. So they always put 2 everywhere, like you see here.
And they're also always, like, giant and open-ended. Like, you could just fall off of them.
Yeah, which is what I do most of the time because, like I said, I don't have time for an elevator. I think that's a weird design thing.
Yeah, I agree. Information... Written in
Outreach program, the Duro sector has been met with mixed success. Several leaders of the rebel groups. In other words, our cover's been blown. All combat rank personnel are asked to identify themselves and check in upon arrival in the district. We'll be able to use your assistance. Well, we'll accept that and
see what happens.
And that's going to be something we could do down here. We can check in at the intelligence post.
Let's go to the intelligence post.
Okay.
See if that wires into.
Because that'll probably get us like 9 more quests for the place we're going. Like
right.
This game is definitely all about, you know, using every part of the instance.
Yeah.
Stuff a quest in every single area.
It seems like they'll try and make it worth your while to be in a place. Aliens.
I think this is kind of a weird area because it's you end up there's no real transition from where there are enemies to where there are not enemies.
It's kind of walking and all of a sudden you're like, whoa.
This guy, anti-empire outlaw. I'm gonna jump him.
Oh God! You got right up in that guy's face. So how many lightsaber techniques do you have?
I got all these ones, man. I got all these ones. I can throw my lightsaber here with that. Woo. Oops. Whoops.
Well, hold on.
This is not my home keyboard. There's no auto attack in the game. You kind of have to either you need to hit 1 for that default click or right click on guys over and over again. This is a class where you build up points and spend points.
Okay, so kind of
so my normal
roguish.
attack and some other attacks, yeah, will build up these rage points. And then I spend them using these other abilities. Once you go advanced class, you also start building up something called Fury. And as soon as you get a full stack of 30 Fury, there are some abilities you can trigger, like Berserk or Predation. Let's
but you're mostly with lightsaber craft, not so much with like weird force powers. You're not lightning and choking dudes.
No, I'm not
dudes.
lightning. That's the Inquisitor, is it?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, whatever it's called, the other Sith class,
okay.
Or you know, there are 2 Jedi classes, one focused on the lightsaber.
But that's not so much. That's not so much like the advanced class thing. That's just straight up.
That's just straight up the
different class.
First choice you make is based on that.
I think the door is your left.
Yeah, is there? Oh, okay, I gotta go down here
further and
got it.
Right back around.
Oh, also, this is sprinting here. This is the normal speed until you get sprint, and then you can move like that.
What? When do you get sprint?
Late teens, I think.
God damn it.
You should get sprint.
I really need to get sprint. I've been hearing all about sprint.
Yeah, AT&T is over. All right, so here's the intelligence post. This man has a future exclamation point over his head.
It's a lady.
Yeah, same thing.
So, you know, cutscenes and Mass Effect, you know, BioWare style conversation wheels here.
Yep. Oh, we should kill them all. Ooh. So that's a affection change for my companion. Sort of a KOTOR-ish sort of deal there, where choices you make will change
how sweet your companions are on you.
Yeah. But that's a number out of 10,000.
Yeah.
So 1 point, Also, one of the things you can grind for on the gathering stuff is gathering gifts for your companions to raise that number.
Yeah, I've got diplomacy as one of mine, which primarily gives me either light side or dark side points. But also gives me a ton of gifts.
So you see my eyes are kind of evil. You know, so you see some effects on my face. I am a cyborg, so the
metal
stuff is normal. But the bit of you know, veins and stuff that are starting to appear around there, that's a result of me going dark.
Go pull up your character sheet here.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's about where you are.
Yeah, so I'm dark 2.
Yeah.
I'll hit dark 3 at 4,000. I believe it goes to dark 5.
Has that actually given you access to anything yet?
Yeah, there are. Yes, there are things I'm locked out of because I am dark 1 or lower. And there are things I have access to because I am dark 1 or dark 2 or lower. There's a vendor on the space station, which is sort of the central hub of the whole faction, that sells dark side gear. But for whatever reason, most of it is heavy armor, and I can't wear heavy armor. It's weird. It's weird. So yeah, you can gear up your companion. There are some things that only your companion can wear. You can see that says requires Malavi Quinn, and then you can also equip your ship.
Oh, look at your ship!
So you get different, you know, shield regenerators, and eventually you get proton torpedoes.
Not to be confused.
Wish I got photon torpedoes.
What is that? That's not even a thing. Making up nonsense words over here.
Photon torpedoes are way cooler.
Talk to that computer?
To this mission box here. So there are heroic quests which are designed to be done by groups. This one is designed to be done by 4 people. So you can group up and get some of that stuff going. Deadly droids. Zounds. Sabotage droids must be eliminated. Yeah, destroy droids. Got it.
Think you can handle that?
Yeah, I'm not going to even take the heroic quest.
I think that other panel there just to cash in. I think.
Yeah. Do I have something to cash in?
Yes.
I do. Oh, that's the check-in thing. That's the please go to this area where there are quests waiting for you. Quest.
Whatever you got.
Yeah, and I came up.
XP.
It has the concept of rest. You see there on the right side when I hover over there, you see I have a bunch of rested XP. So if you log out in a cantina or on your ship, you will earn rest while you're logged out.
There's a little, you can see kind of the little green bracketed line.
Yeah, that extends out well into the next level here.
Yeah.
All right, so where were we? That's not a mission we're going to get,
Nope.
So we'll head up here. So some of these are area-based. You know, I just
It's
need
like
to destroy
around here.
Around here is where the droids are. And then here is that quest we picked up about the flame, I guess. And then this is the story quest that we were on our way to do. So, you know, as you see, along the way, kind of filling in the blanks, giving us things to do on our way to do the thing we're going to do. That is very much how this game rolls. It's very much how most MMOs roll.
Yeah.
Most good ones. I mean, you know, they want you to... It's yes.
You want to have a variety of things to do when you're in an area.
Yeah, and you want to pick all that stuff up when you hit the area so that you don't have to go back and forth. And there have already been a couple of times where I blew it on that and had to go back to areas that I thought I was going to be done with.
Really screwed the pooch.
Head up here into this area. We'll kill some droids, and then head to our class quest. I can hit the Z key, just and just bust.
How do you feel about like world layouts?
What do you mean? Like just the
I occasionally
design of areas
in
or?
some of, yeah, I guess kind of like I like.
I feel like look at how wide all these pathways are. Like
Yeah.
you never get a sense that you're in a back alley, even though this is supposed to be kind of a shifty criminal world.
Yeah.
It never quite feels like that.
There are cases,
Unstable, transient.
Well-
and he's a level 20 burst fire.
and he's a robot.
And he's with an anti-Empire conspirator.
Look at that guy's got a mount.
That guy's got his mount. I think at 25 I can get a speeder. That might be the STAP if I remember.
I think that's the.
That's the thing you get for buying the collector's edition, which means I should probably redeem my key because I have one of those.
Got a stab.
Stab infection. That guy decided to fight those guys while we were talking. So,
well, good on him.
Yeah, that just means we get to keep going. There's a vendor over here. They throw some of these medical droids in some weird spots, like convenient spots from a video game perspective, but kind of weird, like story-wise. Like, this dude's just hanging out right next to this Jedi, this Sith temple that you're about to go, penetrate.
And there's also you'll notice here, I don't know if you have any vendor trash, but it happily identifies itself as vendor trash.
This item has no use, but it can be sold to a vendor. You can do a torchlight thing with your companion here and send him away for a minute, and he will sell all of your vendor trash and just come back with money.
And that's just completely automated, right?
Yeah, you just say yes, go, and he disappears. And he will not fight while he's off doing that. Sorry, I gotta look at these resolve hilts and see what I have in my lightsaber here. I have 12 strength, 12 strength, 8 endurance. These are endurance and willpower. I'm not real willpower focused, so I'm gonna dust these. I'm gonna reverse engineer them back into you get some portion of the crafting materials back, but you see I just learned the schematic for a higher version of Resolve Hilt 8, which means I can now craft, I guess, blue versions of the Resolve Hilt 8.
So now you're going to send...
Yeah, see, so... but it requires more components to be made, which I do not have. So, yeah. But that's how the crafting system works.
Okay.
Is you build stuff and you reverse engineer it, which is something that I think everyone can do. And then that potentially gives you the ability to learn more recipes for your stuff. There they're fighting.
That's someone's companion. That's not a real person.
Yep. Anti-Empire radical. More unstable transients. Are we near the... Okay, we're not... Are we near... Okay, we're in the middle of the area where the droids are supposed to be. Let's just kill this dude, though. So he's a strong version. They're a strong and boss and champion.
And they try to give you a decent amount of kind of at-a-glance information just around the profiles there.
So that's a bonus quest that popped up for this area, for this quest that I took over here. The optional bonus is kill a bunch of militants, and you'll get an XP bonus for completing that task. So this is really just kind of clear out the area, more or less.
I find a lot of these, though, that like I'll go through the extra effort of, okay, kill all these dudes, and then find that on the way to do the rest of my mission, I would have killed that number of dudes anyway.
Yeah, that is true a lot of the time. Not always.
No, but yeah, often, at least in the early levels. I'm only level 13 right now, so
that's a
dude. These are just back to dudes.
Back to regular dudes.
Wait.
No, that's him healing me.
Okay. No, I saw the little target thing pop up, but whatever.
All right, so
let's go check in up there.
We're gonna keep moving forward here.
Fight this anti-Empire rebel.
Pop my cloak of pain.
People don't like the Empire.
I mean, these guys don't.
Some people do.
That guy doesn't have an opinion on the issue any longer. That guy had a stun staff that I'll sell. There is a on the space station. There's a there's one of the droids. That'll stun people, and I can do that to stick them. Then I'll do that to stick them. Then I'll stick these guys some.
Has your strategy evolved any over the course of this?
Yeah, it has. You know, kind of as you get the abilities, it does. Loot will group together optionally. You can check that on. It's really convenient. If all these 3 guys had loot, I could just loot one of them and it would all show up here and disappear.
Yeah,
That's super convenient.
Area loot kind of effect.
Yeah.
Nice. Convenient.
But yeah, mainly my approach has been jump into battle, then push the 4 key, then push the 1 key a couple times to build up some more rage, and then occasionally hit 6 if I need a bunch of rage, because that generates 6 rage when I hit it. but it works on a 15-second cooldown, so kind of have to wait for that to go. But it's a lot of 1 and 2. 1 is the regular attack, and then 2 spends 3 rage for a more powerful attack, and that's kind of the basis of it. You get into stuff like Saber Ward, which reduces damage for battles where you need it, but I've found that this game's pretty easy from what I've played so far.
It's very soloable.
Yeah, like I have Disruption here, which is, if someone's casting something, and by casting I mean they could be reloading a gun to do more powerful shots. It's not all magic. But if they have anything that's like, I guess, channeled or whatever, I can disrupt it and prevent them from casting it again for a period of time.
Really, this game, it's very soloable, and it's very explicit whenever it's not.
Yeah.
It does that heroic thing. It's like, look,
and
you need more dudes.
In a couple of cases, I have just over-leveled and gone back to those areas and done them solo anyway.
Sure, that's an option.
I mean, I'm not getting as much XP out of them, so that was an opportunity for me to disrupt. I was going to say, we'll see if he casts anything else, but I'm too busy killing him.
So, like, you just mean, like, basically, like, whenever you see that guy's shooting your dude.
Oh, he's right there. Durr. Yeah, whenever you have someone targeted and you see that bar show up, I can hit this button on the hotbar to stop him from doing it. And
I haven't gotten into any of my advanced class stuff yet, even though I'm at 13. I need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time you get a thing in your inventory that gives you the stuff for your advanced class. Like, it gave me a second lightsaber. So if you have some...
In my case, it's ability stuff that I just need to go to trainers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here's the... Is that thing? Did someone just do it, and that's why it's not available? So like an MMO, if someone does a thing, you kind of have to sit here and wait for this part of the theme park to reset.
Really run into this a lot more than I have. Like, this is not good.
But I assume I'll be able to right-click on this dude...
Eventually,
because there was a guy here, and he ran off, so I assume he was doing that. Let's kill this guy while we wait.
Alien Insider. Jeff, let's talk about space racism.
All right.
There's a lot of it in this game. I find it really weird that, like, in the character creation system, when you're choosing your race, the description for the human race is, like, the standard upon which all other races are judged.
Well, yeah.
Which is...
You know what? This might actually be a mission item. Do I have a...
Oh, do you need to, like...
I have a torch here, so, okay.
All right. Not the game's fault. But there are definitely...
But there are definitely cases where, I mean, the reason I thought otherwise is because I've run into that a whole bunch.
But I've totally, like, multiple times, I am an idiot, and I need to remember that there are mission items more often, because I definitely have run to a place and been like, where's the thing that I need to click to keep going? And then I can't find it, and then I realize, oh, wait, it's because I need to activate some object in my inventory.
Did that work? I don't think that did anything.
I think you need to be closer.
Okay, well. There we go.
Oh,
his body was a trap. The Flames Assassins. Something.
Spring forth. Look out for alien terrorists.
They're going to show up any second now. Any second.
It's a terrible trap.
Yeah, guys, you're trapped. You're trapped pretty bad.
Spring from the shadows and attack.
Look at all these alien terrorists over here.
You fight them. But yeah, the fact that they just refer to any non-humans as aliens is weird to me.
It is a little weird. I'm killing rioters. Occupy the ends of my lightsabers, you scum. Let's see if this guy gets any sort of...
Gets ninja'd.
He gets jumped after doing it. Anything? Nothing? All right, well, we win, I guess, because, they said there was going to be a fight, and then there wasn't.
Do we need to do something else for that mission now?
No, I just need to take that back, I think. What does it say? Return. Yeah, that's all I got to do. So it's got to return back to that intelligence station. We'll do that. I'll catch that later. We're kind of on our way to...
Yep, let's go see. I want to see the story stuff. Or the character stuff, rather.
Oh, wait, there's a resource node over here. So resources are in the world here. These are crystals. You can gather them yourself, or you can just right-click and have your dude get them, and then you can just go like, I'm
out.
Catch up later.
Come find me.
All right, I need to fight those guys, but let's just get over to the quest area here.
To the green door.
So you see, all your story, a lot of your story stuff is going to be phased like this behind these doors, or behind these colored non-doors. That's This computer doesn't have all that. Stop telling me this stuff. Checked. One thing I am going to turn on here is user interface, display subtitles, and show conversation alignment gain.
Yeah, this is a.
So this is not on by default, but it is something that I like to use because it lets you know if something you're doing is going to have dark or light
there's
side.
just a bunch of huts over there.
Yeah, we're going to go chop it up with some huts.
Holy shit, I've never seen more than one hut in a place at a time.
Before we go in here, let's see what we're actually doing. You know, it's not that...
As your officer, in order to eliminate Darth Barris's former spy, Agent Delcon, you must draw his protector, Lord Rathari, into a confrontation by destroying all of his operations.
Yeah, so there's another... Yeah, there's like another...
Strong arming in the Hut
Sith
cartel
dude
out of
here
the territory
that is being a real jerk, so we're
safe house. So we're gonna go fuck up his negotiations with these huts.
Yeah, by showing up and being like, "Hey, we're on the same side, so you can't be a jerk in front of these huts."
Yeah,
but I'm gonna totally screw up your thing.
That hut's got a scouter on.
Yeah. Let's just present an alternative. Damn.
Ooh. Snap. Sith or catty?
Ho, ho, ho!
Oh, your guy likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk about killing dudes. So a fair amount of like cloak and dagger shit like this in the Sith story?
Yeah, yeah, because it's, you know, it's Sith are treacherous motherfuckers and they don't like each other, and it's always like, you need to go stab this other guy because he's saying he's gonna stab me. So it's like this real paranoid thing.
All right, so you've got your 2 dark side options and 1 light side option.
I could kill huts.
Dude, fight those huts.
No. I don't want to do that because that's not what I'm here to do.
Okay.
But I will threaten them and see if that starts the fight.
Okay.
Oh Jesus! God damn it!
That's the only option
So
you've
this is my light side choice. I'm trying to get as dark as I can.
Kill the huts. I just want to see what huts look like in combat.
Yeah, I kind of do too. But I'm gonna.
Yeah, I like it when it does that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There you go. Oh, well.
You know. Oh shit!
Fucking later.
Oh shit!
Fucking later.
Oh man, you should have attacked those huts.
Yeah, I wonder what that fight would have looked like.
I don't know. I want to know now.
So right now, if I wanted to, I could go into my quest log and hit abandon quest and totally do this all again.
Really?
It's not ideal, but there is totally a way to back out of your decisions in this game.
Okay.
Before they become permanent. That was my force yell.
I mean, I'm very much about the like not knowing what the like. Sometimes it's extremely obvious what the like light side, dark side choices are in these conversations.
Yeah. All right, so I've defeated him. I'm just gonna revive my dude. He doesn't need to be here for this, but I don't want to be a jerk about it.
To leave him dead.
Yeah. Your companions will pull a lot of aggro and leave you free to just jack guys. Rathari dies next. Kill. This is the okay. I have not seen him do a lot of force push. Through any other parts of this story. All the other things have just been like, oh, check this out. I have a lightsaber,
and now you're dead.
And now you're dead.
I enjoy it when story options are just straight up kill him, and then it's not even
a lot of those.
And it's not even like cut to combat. It's just guy gets smoked.
Yeah,
like we're not even gonna make
guy
you go
gets
through this
smoked
fight.
in a cutscene. Yeah, exactly. So like, one of the other options here. Let's social hide head slot so we can kind of get the helmet off. You can kind of see my.
Yeah. Your guy looks shitty.
He's so space British and evil. This stupid white hair. Yeah. It also has like legacy title stuff if you want to turn that on. You know, as you do things throughout the game. I want it for getting my ship and participating in a flight combat mission. I got Flyboy. Stuff like that.
Just a little additional titles.
Yeah,
there.
I don't like turning that stuff on because I think it sucks because it's there's already when you're in a room full of players, it's already so much text that to just have it full of legacy stuff. I don't want to be a jerk like that. I think that's it's not cool. Unless I get a really good title.
Well, Jeff, I feel like that's a pretty decent slice of the Sith class here. The Sith warrior class here. Is there any other specific? We've shown some combat, some bunch of story stuff, some space shit.
Yeah, that's sort of the game. It goes on like this for a lot of hours.
Yeah, like days and days.
So I can't interrupt because I'm still got a cooldown going. I'll throw my lightsaber at this guy though. Kill him. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I still don't have much of a like of Star Wars, and MMOs.
Wait, are your guys glowing?
Yeah, that's because one of these things triggers, and you eventually get glowy eyes,
cool.
That's fun. Yeah, it's an MMO. Like the story stuff, the things they've done on that side are good.
Yeah,
and meaningful in a lot of ways. Though the time I spent playing the Jedi class, like I really thought the story was boring as hell.
Yeah, my first blush with the smuggler class on the Republic side was the same. But I love what is happening in the Imperial agent storyline.
Yeah,
there's just. I guess much like the Sith class, like it makes me want to play the Sith warrior class because there is mad treachery, just a lot more cloak and dagger. It's funny to me. It seems like with the Sith warrior and maybe slightly less so with the Imperial agent. It's not a lot of dealing with the other side.
Yeah,
exactly. A lot of, like internal politics.
I have smoked several Jedis at this point.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. They're definitely Republic dudes. Have you been to Balmorra yet?
No.
All the Balmorra stuff starts to get into the Republic.
Okay.
Coming and backing this rebellion and stuff, and it's reasonably well done.
So Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Available now.
Available now. Through multiple.
Oh, that's another thing I can do as a Force dude.
channels.
Sometimes they put exploding things next to guys, so I can just right click on it, and I don't know if you can do that with your blaster.
Yeah, I can shoot it.
Okay, all right, okay. I wasn't sure if that was just a me thing or an everybody thing.
That's just dudes.
All right. Star Wars.
Yeah, it's got this game has some Star Wars in it, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
it. So
that's the Old Republic. Thanks for watching.